just work, shoots are in.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new, my name is Joanna Wilson and today I'm joined by the man, the myth, the YouTube sensation on his birthday, Mr. Neil Wilson. How old are you today,
54
Neil?
54 years old, don't look it up.
54 years young. So what we do here is the audience submit their questions on Instagram and we just generally have a bit of a chit chat. What did you get for your birthday?
Well, to be honest, if I was to break it down, not an awful lot. I am big fans with your gran, Dorothy. She sent me 100 quid.
How did you and Sal fall in love? If you watched Mum, she did tell the story about how you met on her Q&A.
Really? How we met? What? The pub and the hand and everything?
Yeah, and I'd really love to take you out sometime.
I know we went out, but on the night we met, me and Sally, I was on a blind date. Did she say that as well?
Yeah.
Alright, well, if you go to the channel with Sally and the answer's there, because it's exactly how Sally described, far better than I can.
So when did you fall in love with Mum?
The blind date incident where I'd held her hand. I hadn't seen Sally for a couple of weeks, so I thought, and this is where I think the love bit comes in, is I really wanted to see her, desperately. So I had to call, in order to see Sally, I had to go where I thought she'd be, to a place called Studs. I had to go up there, and unfortunately I knew a guy called Bruce who was the bouncer, so I could stand with him. Other than that, I went up on my own.
You stood there all night?
Stood there all night waiting for Sally to come in. And when she walked...
Did she come in with a guy?
When she came in, she said, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm here to see you."
What did she say?
Well, she's melted, obviously.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
I got inspirations in so many different walks of my life. So, for example, golf, my biggest inspiration is Seve Ballesteros. From a work perspective, in terms of what I achieved, my biggest inspiration is a guy called Michael Finnegan, who we've mentioned in all sorts of blogs. He's just an amazing bloke. He's an incredible guy. But I think my biggest inspirations are my family. You and Niall and Sally, no doubt about it.
Thanks, Dad. And what is it that you are personally working on achieving right now? What's your biggest goal here today for your 55th year of life? What are you personally wanting to achieve?
Look, let me just say something on this. Goals and dreams, it's fine that they change. So when you're young, you're going through teenage years, you have certain goals and dreams. When you're going through your early 20s, you have certain goals and dreams. When you're going through your 30s and you've got families, you have certain goals and dreams. It's fine that they change. My goals and dreams now are 100% unequivocally, right, from a personal perspective, built around making Niles and Gymnastics Club successful, and I'm not embarrassed about it. And I love what I do. I love the two clubs that we've currently got open, Rotherham and Leeds. They're both smashing it. We've got amazing teams. We've got amazing people that work for us, and we're going from strength to strength. So at 54-year-olds today, from a kind of work perspective, I guess you'd class it as that. My goals and dreams are 100% about making Niles and Gymnastics the biggest gymnastics, the best gymnastics, the most successful gymnastics club in this country. And beyond that, we'll go around the world. Because Luke's in Ibiza, we want one there, so we can go see him every
Yeah. What about personally? That's professionally.
Yeah, well, personally, I just want to be the best version of me, really. I just want to be the best that I can be every day. I want to be the best version of me. I want to love life. I want to enjoy. I want to be happy. I just want to smile and laugh. I want to work hard and I want to play hard, and I like, to a certain extent, lots of people live their life. When you're at our age and you've got children, lots of people, in my opinion, live their lives through their kids. I don't do that. I've got my own life. You and Niall and everything you do and being incredibly successful is brilliant, and I love it, but I want my own life and I just want to be happy, and the simplest things make me happy. Playing off a lower handicap than Niall makes me happy. Getting my lawn right makes me happy.
Scarifying your lawn makes you happy.
Scarified my lawn on my birthday. People will think that's nuts, aren't they? But that's what I did.
What advice would you give Joanna in picking a partner?
Good God. From a sexual preference perspective, would you like it to be a man?
Yes.
Yeah, because we live in a diverse culture, you know.
Yeah.
You never know, do you? Might be a man. And would you like it to be Ash? You should pick something, it's so obvious, isn't it? It's like an old cliche. You should pick something that makes you happy, makes you smile, makes you laugh, makes you tingly inside. When you wake up in the morning, you think, I want to go see that person. I want to see that person so much, because I just want to see their face, see their smile, just see them and cuddle them and hold them. Whatever makes you feel like that, pick that person. That's all I'll say.
How many tattoos do you have, and do they have meanings?
Got one on my bum. Do you want to see that one?
No, thank you. The one on your bum does have a meaning, though.
No, the one on my bum's my date of birth.
Yeah.
Which is today.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Get your bum out.
So I've got my arms. That's it, I've got kind of each arm and each sort of chest. No, the first tattoo I had on this arm was...
Oh, is that our initials?
It's initials, yeah. It's initials of you and Niall, which I really liked. And then kind of after that, I ended up sort of building up tattoos that how do they have meaning? Not really. I just like tattoos. Tattoos are addictive, children. If you're listening, tattoos are addictive. So what happens? I've got a koi carp and I've got these things that I kind of liked, but
you've got YouTube sensation.
I've got YouTube sensation, but I was striped up for that. So my tattoos are a bit of a mismatch.
Son and daughter one on your belly.
Oh yeah, I did. That was in Glasgow. That I got
None
son
of us
and
know
daughter.
if it actually means son and daughter.
No, it doesn't mean son and daughter.
Okay.
Because I went into the shop and I said, look, I want in Chinese writing son and daughter. It could say chicken chow mein, fried rice, sweet and sour pork. I've got no idea.
No, okay, sauce.
I'll just say this on tattoos. Tattoos are addictive and I like them. I've no regrets. If I had my time over, I'd probably do it slightly differently. You know, it may be when Niall gets a little bit older and he reflects back, he may think, well, I do mine slightly differently.
What would you do differently?
Niall's tattoos all have meaning, don't they? Well, I think I'd start from a different place and start with more meaning like Niall did, rather than just thinking I want a tattoo, you know.
Yeah.
And so I got tattoos.
Do you think you'll get any more?
I'm not ruling it out. Yeah, maybe. I'd quite like to get... This is, believe it or not, this one on this side's not finished, and I had that Celtic thing up here, and I think it's all a bit of a mess, so yeah, maybe.
Proudest moment for each of your kids?
Oh, when you've got a daughter that's graduated at Cambridge University and been as successful as you have, you've actually given up a very successful job to do what you're doing now, which is extremely successful. And you've got a son who has had a really successful gymnastics career to the point where he went to the Olympics and he was European and world Olympic champion, yeah? Logically, you would assume that you've got these moments of pride that are beyond what other people kind of can perceive in terms of how they feel about things, you know, what their sense of pride is. They are not my proudest moments with you and Naya. Some of my proudest moments are the simplest of things, where we have had special moments together where you two have achieved things on such a simple level that I have felt like the proudest father in the world. And I do not need you to graduate from Cambridge or Niall to go to the Olympics to be as proud as I am about you both.
Thanks, Dad.
You know, some of the proudest things I've seen you both do have been about relationships, communication, the way you speak, the way you engage with people. Taking you out to a restaurant and your behaviour, when you behave in such an adult manner, engaging way, communicating with people, I am an extremely proud parent of the both of you.
Thanks, Dad. You make me proud every single day, literally every day. What's your fitness routine at the minute?
So the question right now is, it's not ideal because I've just come back from Turkey. It's not been great, but I am getting back into it. So my fitness routine is I run twice a week. I do weights at least 3-4 times a week. I do a ton of stuff in the house with bands and ab circuit stuff. I've also got a slam ball that I use for the golf exercise.
Slamming.
When I said to the golfers, what do you do with this slam ball? She went, you slam it, Neil? Oh, really?
Slam.
I enjoy life. I like to have a drink at the weekend, you know, but I basically work on a 5 and 2 principle, which is my own 5 and 2. Monday to Friday, I don't drink. I eat well, you know, I eat as good as I can. I tend to eat a lot of healthier meals. Yeah. I don't worry about it too much. If I want to eat something, I just eat it. Yeah, I just eat it. But I tend to, and then on the weekend, I tend to go a bit nuts. That's part and parcel of going back to an earlier question. Me just enjoying my life.
How's your garden?
Garden's good, yeah. I spent a lot. So I'm no gardener. I don't class myself as a gardener. I'm more interested in being tidy. But I have spent about 10 to 15 years getting my garden to a place where all I've got to do is cut stuff.
Was that the goal?
That's the goal, yeah. I wanted privacy, and then now all I do is cut. And when I want to cut something, I cut it. And I tell you what else, I want all the tools to be able to do the jobs I want to do, so I've got all of them. And I think, right, I'm going to cut that, I just go out and cut it. That's all I do now, I cut.
Brilliant. And do you think that you like gardening or golf more?
Golf.
And
next question.
What is your handicap?
5.2. She's come down to.
What is Niall's handicap?
Niall's got a lot of money. He's actually had a bet with a few people that his handicap at the end of this year will be lower than mine, so you need to stay tuned for that.
Okay, so it's...
I'm 5.2, and I think Niall is...
7.7.
7.7, yeah, but his playing handicap's like 9, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm 5.2, I think mine's 5 or something. So I've just, coming back from Turkey, where I was tour champion, by the way, my handicap's come down a little bit, so...
How did having a stroke change your life?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because physically it changed me. I am so lucky. If you look at lots and lots of people that have a stroke that have been from a physical perspective or physical capability, they don't have the same physical capabilities they had pre the stroke.
Yeah.
I have a physical capability. I'm kind of okay. I'm left in residual pain, and I've been in pain for a long time. And after the stroke, I went to the hospital. I had blurred vision. I couldn't walk properly, and then because I couldn't walk properly, I had a bulging disc and all that kind of stuff. So from a health perspective, I am left with residual. I said this a few times before. I don't live every day like it's my last. I just think that's, it's unrealistic to live a life where you think, right, tomorrow's going to be the last day of my life, so I'm going to spend all my money and I'm going to do this and I don't do that. However, from an attitude and an outlook on life perspective, you think, well, anything could happen, and you should live life to the full, and you should enjoy it, and you should live life to the max and just be happy. Don't always get it right. I don't, because I still get wound up like everybody else does, but I'd like to think that, really weird, isn't it? This, post-stroke are probably some of the happiest years of my life since I had a stroke.
Dorothy's ringing me. Hey, Gran!
Have you had a lovely weekend?
Yeah, lovely, thank you. I'm just sat here with my dad. Do you want to sing to him?
I want to sing to him, yeah?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm here, I'm good to go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
2 more questions. First one is, what is the trait that you two share? As in, me and you.
I think sense of humour.
Yeah.
I think we're so in tune with that, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
I think,
actually, yeah.
to be honest as well, sometimes we're just highly inappropriate because we use humour when it's just you shouldn't do, but we think it's funny.
We also, Sally's the bait of all of it. We're about to go on holiday for 5 nights with Mum.
Yeah.
Just the 3 of us. She's going to kill us.
I know, so I don't know if your audience knows, but we've got into this thing, haven't we, where sending each other messages about what Sally said.
Yeah.
These things that she just says that are,
They're just
you just
random.
can't fathom it out. It's complete random. When I come in on a night and she'll say, have you got the thing?
She says to me, I'm going to buy 3 of them now that I can send them back. 3 of what? You know that statement though? I think we're both very emotional.
Yeah.
I think we're very similar in that if we feel a certain way about something, we have to get it off of our chest.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
Can't move on.
Can't
move on
we're
until it's
emotional
resolved.
about things, and we have to. And I know personally, and I know all secondhand with you as well. Sometimes it's just highly inappropriate to have even pursued certain things, but we feel like we have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we've got it wrong.
Yeah.
Actually, we didn't need a conversation about that, and having a conversation about it has just made it worse.
I agree.
But we're I feel like we're both.
It's almost like we end up with the point of principle that our principles mean a certain thing to us, which when you actually go to the outside world, people are not quite on the same wavelength. And
in the grand scheme of things, actually,
doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think both of us are actually a lot better if we just sit on something for a bit. Another one, I think, is that when we start something, we have to finish it.
Yeah. I always tell these stories about, you have these people at work and you'd arrange to go on a night out. When you go on a night out, everyone will go, "Isn't Dave lovely?
Yeah.
Isn't he a lovely bloke? Didn't know Dave like that. When he's at work, he's like, he ain't like that. Isn't Dave a lovely, lovely bloke?" So to me, Dave needs to bring that person to work.
Yeah.
Not the one at work where he thinks, it's crappy, another one day near retirement, can't wait till I finish. But you find out Dave is lovely. Take your whole self to work. Take your pub Dave, your family Dave, your whatever Dave, to work. Every time. Instead, it's almost like when they come through the door and they go into work, it's like, right, I'm now this Dave, the moaning, miserable, everything's against me Dave, when actually I'm a lovely Dave. No offence, Dave.
Dad, becoming a bit of a tradition on my TED Talks. If you could tell your past self something and your future self something, what would it be?
You can change your life. You can't. Your life's your life. It's happened as it happened. I think if I could go back and tell my past self something, it would be to not take certain things too seriously, to just enjoy every moment as much as you can, and just be happy about what's happening instead of feeling slightly different. I don't. From me, but basically what I'm saying, it'd all be attitude and belief based. To say have different attitude and different beliefs as you're going through your life. Because It ain't gonna change. And buy flipping Apple shares, obviously.
And what about
was the second
future?
one?
If you could ask your future self something, what would it be?
Ask my future self something, what would it be? I think I'd just ask that future me, did I live a happy life? Was it amazing? Was I the best I could be? You know, did you smash everything you did?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel really good looking back thinking, yeah, it's been amazing. This is amazing. Sat in the summer house on my birthday with my daughter doing this. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Love you.
Love you, sweetie.
Well, that's it. That's the vlog. Thank
Fabulous.
you very much for being a part of it. I hope that everybody sincerely enjoyed watching this. Remember that you should like and subscribe. This is the second channel, so if you're not subscribed to it, but you are subscribed to the other one, then subscribe to this one too. It's the exam season series, so they're 20% off all of the Just Work products for the whole of May and June.
Brilliant.
And
Can I
they'll
buy
be linked
something?
down in the description. You can
Fabulous.
indeed. And as well as that, we're doing our Sunday study sessions.
Brilliant.
The link to get involved in those will be down in the bio. We'll see you in the next video. Keep smashing it and remember anything's possible if you
Just
work.
tutoring.
Thanks, Dad. That was awesome.